Hello and thank you all for watching. This is Manny Sunny Sun for a new moon astrological report happening on the evening of June 15th, Wednesday, 2015. And over to the on July 16th, early morning. The symbolism is in the sign of Cancer, which is the door of men, and the sign for Capricorn, the door of the gods. This new moon in Cancer opens a vibratory channel between the two worlds. The one below the land, Cancer, and the moon above Cancer, which is Capricorn, ruled by Saturn. The moon is the mistress in astrology, is a sign which dominates in the sign of the crab. The sign of Cancer is linked to the origins of the world, our genetic path that would determine somehow of our social evolution. This new moon may want you to put finger on some form of the past and can rise to the surface of the collective harmony. Humanity is imprisoned, many suffering perpetrated from generation to generation, and which returns as destiny. If it was at this point that the deeper layers back into the individual unconscious to block access of the soul of humanity. Fears and fears are the result of this opening of consciousness that we are really gods, but our negative emotions that prevent us from recognizing as an inner reality of being a true divine nature and not physical. This new moon that can flip prohibits many metaphysical but also our beliefs dematerialize to keep only the shadow of a doctrine that no longer holds up. The world of appearance can give almost the illusion of ourselves attached to these social values in decline, seeking refuge on material possessions that do not soothe our need for spiritual and instinctive recognition. Do you believe that spiritual design can be found between these markers in a material universe? When a soul incarnates, it has completely forgotten where he comes and where he goes unconsciously to seek and regain what has been lost. And so we build a material life so that we must then give it up. But before that happens, we cling despairfully to these things that we believe that are material, and they're only forms of energy formed by atoms altogether. This new moon will demonstrate a proof of that which we are truly all connected. We may find this mistake because of the errors. The error is often attempted in the opposite direction from where we should be looking at. Meanwhile, we have built around us fears, multitudes of fears, of walls that isolates us from our spiritual being. Our first enemy is our own selves. And we often accuse others of what we are unable to see inside of our own home. In astrology, there are several levels of reading this and interpreting this typical chart at the moon at a predictive time and understanding what to translate about that. Well, this new moon will brew up the emotional energies, which is the main, which there is a lot to gain from this. Then this form of freedom of the self, of course, to reconsider these family as it was imposed by religious doctrines and power since the dawn of humanity. The upheavals are not only political, climatic, ecological, food, health, all these things, but to say simply that it is for one purpose and one purpose only. It's all about human evolution and not technology, and it should be at the service of man for all the best of humanity. Intuitively, we may have the opportunity to approach this essential truth, one that speaks of self within and not one that speaks from outside source. So, to reach of the door of the gods here, we must cross the door of men, one in each of our own hearts, a new birth under this new moon. Will request many of us to unveil this knowledge that belongs to every particular identity in every part of our own selves. So, this is the only way possible to communicate with our perpetual soul guides in our own dreams, in our own wishes. So, I leave you all with a beautiful new moon. Hope you enjoy this particular new moon. It is a big one, and it triggers a lot of emotions. Also discarding old past beliefs, which is also represented with the karmic nodes here. So, thank you all for watching. If you have any questions where this new moon is located, please leave a comment down below. If you have any further questions, don't hesitate to leave a email, mannyspiritoflight@yahoo.com. Thank you all for watching.